Very simple. Microblogs from social media, we can post those on the blog. And do you want me to close this?
Do you want this on?
Does that help?
If
it would be on, it would have to be facing the opposite direction.
Well, it was facing that way earlier.
Yeah, we had the green screen.
No, you had a
green screen. That's why this is on here. We had a green screen. It wasn't on facing this.
Okay.
Trust me, it will never be facing this while it's on.
The connection is probably
Okay. And then I'll say, I'll put on here, this isn't a feature, but this is a project that is basically migration. We really have to migrate this stuff. Migration. So, the last thing that we spoke about is the pricing. Right now we're paying $297 a month, and what we're going to be paying is $497 a month. So we can increase our, we can increase our,
So what the 2 stands for? 200 more a month.
Where do you see 200?
2.0.
No. We could
2.00.
increase the number of people in our continuity program to cover this. That's what we did before. We haven't paid for Clickfunnels once. Or we can find some other way to do it. Or we could do a little half and half with Pastor Smith, or charge a monthly maintenance fee for Cherie. But we need to find a way that we can access this, because keep in mind, none of this is really accessible to us, or much of this is not accessible to us until we have, until we get that situated. Are there any questions about that so far? Yes.
Does Pastor Smith have $297 a month thing right now?
No, he doesn't have anything for 1.0. Cherie and Cherie has a 297, but she doesn't. I don't think she uses it.
No.
I don't think she uses it for anything.
Okay.
So the next thing is the blog. I think the blog is kind of lower on the priority. Although it would be nice to have and good to have, it would be helpful to have. Yes.
Are we talking about all the things that has to go to the customer center right now, or just things that come in 2.0?
I was about to move on, but if you want to say something else about customer center before we go, you can.
So I was just wondering, like, what other types of things go in there? Just
all digital and physical products.
Okay, so everything that all our things that we have right now in that one. Okay.
Isn't that amazing? All digital and physical products. And you know what else it does? I don't have that on there, but it has e-commerce, which means it will replace Shopify. Shopify users don't have to use Shopify anymore. They'll be able to use Clickfunnels. So
Shopify is huge.
It's huge.
So what's that mean to us?
That means that we can sell physical products. That means we can sell. We can even upsell our courses and our T-shirts together at the same time, or the books, or like a book package. Like, remember the Roger Love box that we got? We can sell those with our courses and put it all in an e-commerce. And then it would look like a shopping cart. It would look like an actual shopping cart. And they made it to where the shopping cart looks like a funnel, or it acts like a funnel. It doesn't look like it, acts like a funnel.
Oh, that's cool.
Like Amazon. Amazon has like the algorithm of YouTube that gives you suggested videos that are irresistible, makes you want to I want to watch that video.
And they bundle them together.
Yeah, and they bundle it and they put it together in a buying experience. Clickfunnels does the same thing. Is that amazing or what?
That's cool.
So their tags, the tags on the customers, affect and influence how the customer interacts with all of our pages, our workflows, our e-commerce, our upsells and emails. It all affects that, which just blows my mind. Side note, Cameron, remember how we used to have people opt in order to get the tags? we made it to where now we can actually make a trigger once they go to a new place. Like they already get the tags just by going through a certain phase or being on a page or something like that. So that's done away with now. It's a lot more automated. So that's cool.
That's awesome.
Now, with that being said,
You're talking about the blogs.
the blogs. Does anybody have any comments on blogs before we move on?
You said that could be microblogs and things, right?
Yep, microblogs, YouTube videos. We can put the Momentum Masterclass on there.
So would that be like what do you call it? Like a separate funnel?
It would actually be on uniquelifeandwell.com most likely.
Oh. Cool.
Okay. And then just like Brendan.com with Brendan Burchard, he has a blog. The blog has a transcript, has some quotables, has quote cards and video.
Oh, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Get it?
It's like a content hub. That's what that's for. And that's really good with SEO. We start showing up on Google search results there. We start dominating the Google search for stuff
Good.
through the blog.
That's good.
And then the agency accounts is cool. This is kind of harder for me to explain, but the agency account, like Clickfunnels currently, let me start with the problem. 1.0 has like one Clickfunnels account and it has all of your funnels in there. And it's kind of hard to find your funnels, and they're all mixed together with all your funnels. It's not really folders or categories or like segmented funnels or restricted access to some funnels. It's all just meshed together. Right, Conrad?
Well, you can put tags on them,
Okay, you can put tags on them.
group tags or something.
But they're not really segmented as in like blocked off with like permissions or access to categorize in that regard, are they?
No.
No. Okay. So 2.0 addresses what Mom you were talking about, is that allows you, like if you're an agency, you would handle multiple businesses. And each business may have like 6-7 funnels. So, or one business may have one funnel. So what they do for that is they allow us to really categorize, like it seems as though a lot of these features could be blocked off per like business. And then when we create an account, we can, like, you know how Notion has accounts? And Notion allows us to give access to certain pages, and one person's account doesn't have access to everything.
You're restricted.
We can do the same thing with ClickFunnels, where if you're an analytics person, you only get to see analytics. If you're a media buyer, you could buy media stuff. Or if you're a blog editor, you could write blogs. Or a page editor, you could do pages. Someone who's in financing can see the financial reports, but someone who's customer service doesn't see the financial reports. Does that make sense? Like you have those permissions. And what that also means is we'll be able to, we could potentially categorize Cherie's business and have her whole domain there on this little corner. And we can have Christopher's business and have his whole domain there of all his product center and his funnels and his whatever he has segmented from ours.
But didn't he pay for it on his own? Oh, it's only for 6 months. Huh?
No, I'm saying, well,
Just depends on which one we go with.
Yeah, he paid for it, but if we're using his account, then we would need to segment somehow funnels.
Do you get that for the whole year, or do you get that just for 6 months? It sounded like you said you get it for 6 months.
Do what for 6 months?
2.0.
The 2.0 is free for 6 months, and then you pay basically $500 a month.
Oh, well, why don't we just use one and we put Cherie and the pastor on it?
What do you mean just use one?
Just use one account, have our own account, and then I'll let them have little corners in it to be able to use what they need.
What do you see the benefit of that would be?
Well, because when we start paying $4.97 a month, we could all pitch in to pay for it.
You mean Christopher and I? Like if we worked with Chris, I think Christopher and us would be able to do that, but I don't think Cherie would want to pitch in to pay for it unless we're like building a funnel and that's just part of the expense.
Just whatever. Can I have this plugged?
What do you mean?
Well, not unplug it, but like this part. Just on the back of your chair.
Oh. I see what you're asking.
Thank you.
Got it?
Yeah.
What do you mean that's what you thought we were gonna do? What is that?
I thought we were helping Cherie. We were gonna build her funnels for her.
We don't have it. We haven't made a decision if we're going with Christopher or Cherie.
What if we build the funnels for Cherie and just have Christopher in on it with us all?
Christopher has his own. Why would he? How would we
He
join?
only has his own for 6 months, and then if he paid half and we paid half, then it would be back down to $297. Less actually.
You're saying have his wife be building funnels on our account under his like agency
Would that
section?
work? Yeah. Or would that be too messy for us?
To my knowledge, I don't think it would be too messy. But then, what would you do with his six months?
No, I don't know. Just let it run it out. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't seem very thought through. We have to develop that idea a little bit more. But that's not really what I'm talking about right now. So I just want to explain how the agency account works. So now that you understand that you can segment people, so that gives us options whether we're working with Christopher or we're working with Cherie and how that looks, or if we're working for other people, which the current Clickfunnels didn't have that before, and now we do.
Okay.
Oh, and you know what, Kamran? Now that I think about it, did you know that when you have like a whole business there, you know how they have share funnels? They basically created like a share business. Like when you sell, you could literally sell the entire Clickfunnels, like everything relating to that segmented business. And that business just has all of its contacts, all its funnels, all of it, like all at once, and click the button and transfer everything to a different account.
That's cool.
Which is like super cool. I was like, whoop-de-doo cool. So with that, because it's so simple, Christopher may want to work with us doing that because it's super easy to just transfer the stuff out if they need to. I forgot about that. That's really cool. That changes things. Makes it simple for anybody to migrate. That's why I was saying 2.0 to 2.0, super easy. 1.0 to 2.0, that's going to be rough. We might need some help with that.
You know what we could do? We could take and have somebody do that for us to transfer it over.
Yeah, that sounds expensive.
We'll have somebody like,
Like Rebecca?
yeah.
Because she wants to build funnels, but she needs a laptop.
Oh, she don't have a laptop.
She won't be able to build funnels until she gets a laptop.
Are you buying her a laptop?
I never said I'd buy her a laptop.
I was asking if you are.
I said I've never said I'm buying her a laptop. That's my answer. So that's what we understand with the agency account. So there's some availabilities. Then with the contacts, we need to transfer our contacts. We don't have a lot of contacts, so that probably shouldn't be too difficult. But it seemed like they upgraded some customer support stuff on there, which is pretty cool. But I forgot what it was. Payments AI, we're going to need your help, Mom, to build, to get the payments set up. Carmen's able to navigate and click around, do what he needs, but we need the information from you to legally like connect the dots.
Okay.
You can help him with that?
I think so.
He was wanting to do that yesterday, but he got stuck because he needed some of those answers. So if you can help him to find some of those, that would be good.
It'd be good for us to work together for an hour or something doing all that stuff.
Yeah, because this is in place of Stripe and PayPal. You know how Myron says PayPal's of the devil? It's because PayPal will seize your account, seize all your money and say, oh, it's like $250,000. We have detected suspicious activity just because you make more than usual. Then it's like, we're going to freeze this for 6 months just to make sure nothing's wrong with it. It's like, isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So
It's crazy that they have the ability to do
yeah,
that.
and they do that a lot. Russell's company, you know how Russell had like 100 employees and he had this big thing with continuity, high ticket, and all this stuff? Remember when he almost went bankrupt, or he did go bankrupt? That's because the payment processor froze his assets and he wasn't able to pay his staff. That's what happened. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
So they built payments AI. This is a Clickfunnels invention to eliminate that from ever happening again.
Oh, so it's not with PayPal?
It's instead of PayPal, instead of Stripe. But if necessary, can work in connection with PayPal and Stripe, if necessary.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's not necessary for most.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that cool?
That's real cool.
There's also another account called like Clubam or Clambam or something that will allow high ticket, like pay as you go, like delayed payment, which would be good. Like I want to create an account for there and it'll connect here.
Oh,
So
okay.
you'll
How
see
many
there's like
payment
4
services
options.
Put on there.
I think 4, and we have like PayPal and Stripe, so we'll just connect those. And then the Clambam thing, I want to set up for that so that we can provide payment
Okay.
plan for people.
Sounds good.
And it'll do it all through PayPal AI, and then the payments AI, and then it'll show up on our funnels. In the buttons. Isn't that so cool?
That is cool.
I
Just
love
making
it.
it simple, huh?
Yeah, it's super simple. And then what they'll do is, I won't go into too much detail, but yeah, we'll just leave it at that. There's more stuff, but the big thing is we need you to help to set this up.
Okay.
Next is analytics. I found that the analytics are a lot more simple. They even have live sales where they'll show you all the activity of every lead that's being generated, every sale that's being purchased, every live. It's like a news feed for all of your sales
That's really cool.
throughout all of your funnels and everything.
It's like the weather live, huh?
Yeah, it's like the weather live. It's your your wealth weather.
So
That's
can
cool.
you see like where they are,
Yeah.
like moving in the funnel?
You can see where they are, where they're moving. You can even see where they stop.
That's cool.
Isn't it? So that's the analytics.
That's real cool.
That's the math.
I like that kind of.
Yeah, see? I figured you did. So, I'm going to need some help with this. Who would be interested in helping to monitor, identify, or look at some of that the analytics of where they're at, what they've done, and where we can improve or try to optimize some of these funnels?
I like analytics.
I can assist her.
You can assist. She'll be your analytics assister. Sister from another mister. Okay, cool. That is gonna be so key because we want to really measure, make data-driven decisions, and measure everything. So we're gonna need some help just diving into the analytics. So I won't be offended if you want to write down which parts you're gonna be involved in. But migration is also a big part that we're gonna need to do. We're gonna have to prioritize. We're probably gonna have to have conversations just on some of these as they are. We're gonna do a workathon here. But we're going to have to figure out the 80-20. What's your 20% of 1.0 funnels that would bring 80% of the results? You know what I mean?
That's a good start.
All the stuff that we are currently working on,
What is that?
all the things that we're currently working on in the on our value ladder, those need to be prioritized. Like the implementation workshop and the clarity call funnel, the book.
Yeah, most definitely. So, who would be interested in helping with migration? I'm down to help with migration.
If I know what I'm doing, I can do it.
If you know what you're doing. So I think it'll be a pretty smooth transition or easy to learn, or there'll be simple things we can do. Cool thing about this is we can collaborate like a Google Doc as we're migrating things. And if we do one funnel together, then we could probably do it fast and help each other.
Okay.
And it seems like it would be a really, really fast way for Rebecca to be able to learn stuff. I don't know how that would work, but
She wants to learn Clickfunnels.
she wants to go through the funnel certification and build funnels for people. She wants to do a funnel agency,
Wow.
like Conrad.
Wow. That's
Wow.
cool.
You think that's cool?
Yeah. Well, interesting.
Okay. She's fascinated with books.
That's what she wants to sell on there.
Book funnels. She wants to be like a funnel.
That's her niche.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think that's pretty much it. So if we look at these, so there's 2 objectives I want to do. Is number 1, I want to identify what is our greatest bottleneck, and let's do that first. And then 2, I want to see like the sequence that we'll chip away at these things with. And for the Clickfunnels 2.0 setup, because there's a lot, right?
Yeah.
And then also for the course training, I want to look at so we're visualizing, right? And I want to prioritize, stack rank like the highest priority ones. And that will help us define the sequence and who is going to do how much of what by when.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Where do we get the login stuff for that?
As soon as I talk to either Pastor Smith or Shireen.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say we can do it if my mind is like thinking of the way it's set up. You remember what we wanted to do for Myron, but he didn't have his things labeled? How we did for Armin? We can do that. See how we're going to go through it. The program, the course.
Yeah, that's what I want to do right now.
Oh, so this that's here, that's all that's in the members area?
That's what I recall, yes.
Oh.
And then there's also this like Mifki training. Mifki course.
What does that mean?
But this one seems like it's different than Myron, so I'd like to ask Myron how the Mifki fits with his methodology. Does anyone know what Mifki stands for?
No. Well,
Carmen, do you know?
I don't.
Marketing on the internet for generally everyone.
That's it.
General Edwards.
That sounds like that's not a marketing.
Graceful
generally
Edwards.
for everyone. Mifki stands for Most Incredible Free Gift Ever.
Huh. Interesting.
And the foundation of Dan Kennedy's business was based on a Mifki. Always. It always has been. For decades. Russell's never seen it. He's like, I've been paying Dan Kennedy for decades, and why am I just now seeing, after he acquired the company, that Mifki was the thing that he's always done. So what the Mifki is basically, what they're showing is that you give like this huge like incentive, like this book from all the Funnel University, all funnel hacking stuff to see how to build a funnel. This is what makes you want to buy it. Like I want a piece of that, and like ready to pay for it. And then it brings you into a continuity program, $97 a month, or a Direction from God program, or if we do a different continuity program, then it like shows that's basically the hook that got you in. It converted you. So it's basically like irresistible offer into a continuity program into like ascending to your value line. That's basically what he was all gung-ho about during this presentation. So that's what he's going to be teaching how to do. That's what the whole year is kind of showing that, which I think is different than the I take coaching.
What is live events times 3? What's that mean? X3.
That means I have 3 live events I could go to with Cherie, Pastor Smith, and Candace.
Oh, I see.
Like Mexico, Arizona, and there might be one in Boise. Just like over in Florida with Myron, there's those 3 that we go to. But one of them is like a family thing, so I don't know if like we could bring. They might have to be under 18, so I don't know how that works. That'd be cool if we can go.
And
to
that
Arizona.
means
What does that mean?
I can pass.
Oh, yeah, you can pass. There you go. I like the way you think. I was thinking that means they gotta grow up Methuselah really quick. Gotta put them through the incubator to speed up the process. So, Mom, are you interested in helping with migration from 1.0 to 2.0 on a scale 1 to 10?
About a 2, but I'll help you.
I thought you said you want to learn how to build funnels. What changed?
I do, but I don't want to like scoot stuff over.
Why don't you want to? How Do you not realize that would be some of the best training to learn how to build a funnel?
Why?
Because if you're building a funnel, you have
Don't
to
you just
think,
copy and paste it over?
no, you have to think about the strategy. You got to think about your offer. You got to think about where you're going to go.
Oh, you
where
have
it's
to
gonna
remake
lead.
everything? Is
Yeah,
that what
we
you're
have to
saying?
remake everything on the 2.0. But what I'm saying is, if you're building a funnel, you have to think about all that stuff. But if you're transferring from one funnel to another, then you already have all the decisions made. You're learning the skill of
I didn't
building
know
a
that
funnel.
it scoots over like that. I thought it was just copy paste.
We literally have to build from the ground up. We have to build everything from scratch here.
What?
Not really from scratch.
How come they can't figure out how to scoot
modeling
that
that.
over?
It's a totally different platform. It's a totally different system, different programming. Like the very core foundation is different. So they don't transfer.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So you're still at a 2?
Oh no.
What number are you?
No, I want to
On
learn.
interest on a scale of 1 to 10.
It's a lot higher now. I'd say 9.
Why would it be a 9?
Why? Because I want to learn. I want to learn about how to build a funnel, but I didn't know you were building funnels over there.
For migrating?
Just copy and paste.
2.0? Okay.
But building funnels is more than just scooting that over, because you guys like do funnel hacking and then
You won't have
piece
to
it
do
together
any
and
funnel
stuff like
hacking.
that. Well, I don't mind
Because-
funnel hacking.
Think about it this way. To build a funnel, let's say there's 15 skills. From funnel hacking to copywriting to like the design to structuring to connecting pages to sending email sequence. Like let's say there's 15 skills required to build a funnel. The less you have to focus on all of those at once to build a funnel, like most people do, and the more you could focus on doing like maybe 6 skills in the migration and do those 6 skills really well, lay a foundation, then you can stack new skills on your previous foundation, and it makes it a lot easier to learn. Yes, Cameron?
So if you didn't have to worry about copywriting and how the page is laid out and stuff like that, what would that free you up to focus on? How would that, or like, what would you be able to focus on? What would you be able to learn if those other decisions were already made?
Me?
Yeah,
What would I be able to focus on?
yeah.
Analytics? I don't know. The analytics?
No, that's not quite what I'm looking for.
Oh. Learning something else? I don't know.
You're gonna learn. Do you want me to give it to you?
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you.
Alright. So if you already had like the design decisions already made, the copy already made, and you're just transferring over, the skill that you'd be developing is the skill of actually using Clickfunnels and like building things out, changing settings and things like that. So you can get used to the platform, the program, the software, and yeah, you familiarize yourself with it.
Yeah, I like that.
Does that sound valuable to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And did you know, I've heard from 2 really great funnel builders that a really great way to get started in the beginning is literally just take a funnel you like and copy it, like verbatim copy, like recreate everything as is in your funnel. Not that you're gonna buy it or sell it or do anything with it, but that's gonna teach you the skill set of funnel building just by taking something successful and building it exactly. And then that teaches you everything that you just described.
Okay.
So that's basically what we're gonna do. Which
That's
is
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
You think that's good?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's so many good things. Like
Oh.
this 2.0 is incredible. Like, oh,
Nick, what
yes.
did you say MIFGE is?
Who remembers the Mifki?
Most?
Yeah, most.
Important?
Incredible.
Incredible.
Free gift ever.
Free gift ever. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, yay.
Okay. Alright. So, we know who's going to be doing which of these?
Who's doing what?
Yeah, who's doing what?
And when? And why?
Wait a minute.
Well,
Are we building a membership site?
yeah, we're gonna be building part of the migration, and we're gonna be building out a membership site too.
I would like to help with
I like the funnel scripts too.
And I'm gonna be doing follow-up funnels. Customer center. Migration and analytics.
What is agency accounts?
That's the way that we're able to compartmentalize like a business.
Oh,
like
it's so
godly
like to
businesses,
put- oh,
real
okay.
estate business, like Direction from God or Army of Youth business or things like that.
Okay.
Makes sense?
So I'm doing the payment and the analytics, and I'm helping with the customer center.
And migration, right?
What's that mean?
And migrating the funnels from 1.0 to 2.0.
Oh, I thought that's what the customer center is.
No, customer center is adding our products to it's basically like a catalog. It's a catalog of products.
Wait. Migration.
It's like a Netflix.
Okay, migration. And what else? Analytics.
Oh, geez, so you're
Payment,
gonna help with follow-up funnels too, right? Or did you say that? Oh.
And the payment getaways. What is e-commerce
gateway.
then?
Get away.
Oh, that's just being able to build like shopping cart and do the workflow with it.
Close.
Build bundles with it.
No, e-commerce is selling physical products
Yeah, that's
like
right.
Shopify or Amazon.
Yeah, but you said that it works like a workflow.
It works like a funnel. Like the shopping cart
that's
works like a
right.
funnel. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just want to make sure we're on the same thing.
Can you just get over there so I can read what's going on right there, please?
Well, I really want to focus on this before we move on. I want to look at what do you see as the highest priority, the highest leverage? I feel like if you're looking over there, you won't be paying attention to our conversation.
Well, I'm trying to. You want me to take notes, and I'm trying to take notes.
Well, take notes on this.
I already did.
We haven't finished this. We're about to discuss something important.
All right.
If you're writing notes, you won't hear what we're saying.
All right.
So, what is the highest priority for us to do on here first? Like first thing.
Customer center. No, migration.
Migration? What do
Yeah.
you think, Shanicia?
I was thinking migration.
What do you think, Kamran?
Are we going to have 2.0 either, like no matter what happens?
I believe so.
Alright, migration.
You think migration's more important than the payments?
Oh yeah, you know what? Payments, no. Contacts or payments?
Yeah, because if we have payments, it will make the migration a lot easier because we can't really finalize any migrated funnel without a payment set up.
But why don't you send them the payment form if there's no migrated photo?
I'm just sending payments.
You're just gonna have payments.
We have to
set
hook
and
up our
nothing,
payments.
So but what is it being hooked up to? Like what funnel they going through and what payments are we making? If you don't have them open.
Payments have to be set up before any purchase can be made. No funnel could be built without a payment set up already. So sequentially, payments have to be set up before a funnel is built.
Well, there you have it. Payments.
And what were you saying about contacts? What's your rationale for the contacts?
Well, that doesn't have to be first. But with contacts, it would be nice to have contacts migrated.
Okay, so then second highest priority.
To migrate the contacts, shouldn't you just copy and paste that over? It should be easy.
Yeah, that should be easy. It should be really easy. But just because it's easy doesn't mean we do it first. Because you have a belief that it only take 30 seconds and ends up being 5 or 30 minutes, and that's the same thing with projects. That's why we're prioritizing, so we don't do that stuff. Does that make sense? Just because something's easy doesn't mean we do it first. That's how we fill up our to-do list. We do the easy things first. We get done with all this trifling stuff, and at the end of the day, we're like, we didn't get our big rock stuff. We gotta identify the big rocks and do those first. Does that make sense? So what would be the second highest priority here?
Migration.
I think we should get our list set up.
I'll list that up. Why do you think we should get that before migration? Just curiously.
What is the list?
It's our email list.
Our email lists. Well, we could do that after we migrate. Wait.
If you contact people and it's not set up, are they able to apply or do whatever it is that you send mail for?
If we
Email for?
contact them and what isn't set up?
The 2.0, are they going to be able to do
When
whatever?
you say set up 2.0, what do you mean? Because this is setting up 2.0 in my mind.
I don't know, whatever they're going to do, whatever you say. If you say in the email, buy my free book, and that's not set up, how are they going to buy the free book?
Just because we have contacts in there doesn't mean we're sending follow-up funnels yet.
I know. What are you going to do with the contacts? That's what I'm saying. Whatever it is
I
that you're
imagine
trying
adding
to do.
tags.
What? Okay.
Like we have to segment the list, and the segments are going to be based on the funnels that we have, right, Comrade?
Yeah. We
Okay.
have to segment our list, and then the segments will be based on the funnels we have. Yeah.
So that's why you say that the contacts should be second?
Yeah, pretty much. So we can, when people go through the funnels, they'll be filtered
Excuse
to.
me.
Well, there'll be a master list, of course, and then the other
What did you say, Shanicia?
segments.
Can't read.
Oh, you're joining us on Discord?
I'm gonna see if I can turn, outside.
Okay. Makes sense. And then what would be... Probably agency accounts would be third. Because the agency accounts will determine what gets migrated and where.
What are the agency accounts again?
It's segmenting per business. Godly businesses, Army of Youth, real estate, just having different, because all of the migrated funnels would go to our agency, our segmented account. And then,
Our workspace.
oh, wouldn't we need the product set up before we can transfer or migrate the funnels? Or at least some of them?
We could set up the products. The way that 1.0 worked is that you get the funnel and then you'd set up a product on the funnel. But
Yeah.
now here, you set up the products separately. Then you can attach them to funnels. and
To
things.
multiple funnels. But before we had to recreate it per funnel.
Yeah, so let's go with products.
You see how that's not the first one, Mom? We were thinking otherwise? And then when we have the products will connect with the contacts. And then what would be next? Membership sites? Migration? Should we do those simultaneously?
They're separate in 2.0.
Are they? Well, I don't know if they're
There's-
quite separate.
There's courses. Welcome to courses, Conron.
I don't think they're really separate. Because membership sites need funnels to operate.
Yeah.
So what if we just do membership sites and migration together?
Okay.
So I'll put a 5 on both.
5.
To do it simultaneously. And then from here, we'll have...
Or should we have a workflow before that?
How long do you think that's going to take to do?
Or wouldn't the workflow, probably a month or two, wouldn't the workflow be the same thing? Because wouldn't the funnel require workflow? Like as we're migrating it, we build a workflow I look at workflows kind of like Jiro or Giru.
Is that glue or something?
No, Giru kind of looks like that, but this is just building a funnel.
Nick,
Yes.
are you able to put the video on Discord?
You're not
If
gonna,
not, it's okay.
you're not gonna be able to see everything. I can turn the video on, but you only see the view will be limited.
Well, what if I go on
Alright.
Discord?
No, actually, she sees the whole board.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Is it facing the right direction?
Yeah, it's good. Thank you.
Readable. Okay, cool.
What is access to question and answers?
That means that they
Is that
have
video?
coaches that will answer our questions,
Oh.
and we'll be able to speak to them like 7 days a week or
Do
something.
they have recorded questions and answers?
Yeah, just like Myron.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what
That's
coaching
cool.
programs are. So I think workflows will be done the same time. After that, we'll probably do what, follow-up funnels,
Follow.
e-commerce. No, follow-up funnels 6, and then
Yeah, let's go follow funnels.
what about funnel scripts or analytics? Which one would be next?
What are we doing with funnel scripts?
Well, you said we wanted to update some of our funnels, right?
Oh
And it would
yeah.
probably help us because there's going to be a learning curve. I'm just looking at like in what order are we going to tackle the learning curve? So for the implementation workshop, if we want to use that for Cherie's stuff, we're going to probably use that. For anyone who's building a funnel hub, we'll have them answer some of those questions. Imagine.
And what's involved with analytics?
Analytics is we're probably gonna need some time to get some traffic, but that's gonna be monitoring our interviews. Our interviews. It's probably gonna be looking at the book funnel. We're gonna have to rebuild the book funnel in the new 2.0s and some other stuff.
What about e-commerce?
I'm gonna treat that like Teespring for now. I don't really have any particular plans for it at this moment. So I wouldn't even put a number on it. And a blog is more responsibility for content scheduling, which may be fun and we may be ready or we may not be ready. I don't know.
Analytics.
What did you say? The funnel scripts is what we're doing for like for content, right? Like we're putting it in there and then it spits out stuff that we can use, like the Tiffany Bridge story.
Yeah, I think like funnel scripts I look at as a learning curve. It's going to be a learning curve for us to develop. So I would like to use funnel scripts for follow-up funnel emails. I'd like to use funnel scripts for the Epiphany Bridge in the implementation workshop, as well as for creating live video ideas or real ideas or funnels and then also for helping Cherie get her stuff going. I believe the more that we get the hang of using funnel scripts and the more easy it is for us, the better our communication is going to be. And also, Carmen, while we're migrating stuff, we're going to be wanting to update some copy, so funnel scripts could help with that, but yeah, that's the way I look at the funnel scripts.
And I was asking too because, like in regards to doing that versus like analytics next, I feel like if we learn how to use the funnel scripts, it can help us with the content that's converting them and bringing them into the funnel. And then the analytics, because we can have like a more accurate reading.
Okay, so I put numbers on everything. We'll do funnel scripts 7, analytics 8, and blog 9. And the e-commerce, I won't put a number on it. So I don't really have plans, it's just a feature they do. So we're good as far as the order of 2.0?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Are there any questions so far? Alright, then the next thing we're looking at is the courses that we have to go through. The opportunities we have to go through. I will say this. I'll put this in perspective, okay? Or did that answer your question about how long I think that this will take? I think if we get it done in 2 months, I'll be surprised. Okay. Another thing. What else is there? Dear Lord.
So do we have access to point 1 and point 2? Like they could be side by side and work?
Yes, that's how we're gonna do it. Yep. Yeah, but we definitely got to figure out how to do the payment stuff. And Kamran, oh, never mind. I'll talk about that later. But so as far as courses go, let's prioritize the courses on how we'll look at this, because we have Myron Golden, which
Myron G.
To me, I think that Myron's got it going on, and it'd be great to like continue to learn what he's saying, and his soaking up his stuff is really helpful.
I think so too.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is, so we're modeling many mentors, and there's mentors for different niches, right? Myron is not the traffic guy, he's the conversion guy. He's not lead generation, he's lead conversion. So learning about the sales and copywriting from Myron and the psychology of our dream who, like that's what we're learning from Myron, great stuff. But YouTube I see as solving our number one greatest problem, traffic.
Well, I think Myron expires, but the YouTube one isn't gonna.
Yeah, what do you mean? They're both coaching programs. They're like the same program, different price, same program. Same thing with
They're all gonna expire.
Yeah, they're year coaching programs, but this one's like a 12-week program.
What, YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube is a 12-week coaching program. It's not a course, it's a program.
Okay. Can I get to talk to Daryl?
I don't think so.
I see how it goes.
What?
No, it's just that I don't get to talk to Daryl.
Huh?
I said, I see how it is. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you see.
Yeah, I see clearly.
So, I don't think any of us get to talk to Daryl.
Oh, the kids don't get it?
No, they do. Yeah. Orion, unless your name ends with Reed, then I don't think you'll be able to talk with Daryl. But as far as like priority, what priority will we going through, knowing that we have this that we're doing too?
I think we should stick with Myron.
Which would be a high priority? Yeah, I agree.
And YouTube.
So, who would want to be involved in YouTube?
I would.
In learning about YouTube?
I would.
You would?
Yes. But can't more than one person be involved?
Yes, for sure. But who would be the main responsible party for YouTube?
Copy.
Is that something
just
you'd be interested in doing?
Well, I don't know. It depends on what it entails. Last time I said that. It's like, took a lot.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of these is going to take a lot. We're all going to take a lot of responsibility on our shoulders, and we're all going to, like, if we have a 7-figure day goal and we're not willing to do a lot to do that, then that's going to be an issue.
Like funnel scripts and Clickfunnels,
Whoa.
YouTube, and Myron the most. Those are the ones I like most.
Are you trying to say something,
Facebook would be
Shanicia?
good too.
It's not okay.
Yes.
What's up?
Can y'all hear?
Yeah, only when you talk.
With the YouTube thing, he's gonna be talking about like scheduling and stuff like that? Or is it just like attracting the people and SEO and that kind of thing?
When you say SEO, what do you mean by that?
I don't know if that's the right word, but the keywords and stuff, like what to use, the strategies to use to attract your dream customers. Because if that's the case, I don't want to be responsible for it. I can't prioritize strategic partnerships and YouTube. But if there's a component in there that is that's talking about like scheduling and how to do that strategically, then I'd be interested.
So just on
Does that make,
scheduling stuff.
or like how, yeah, things around like what I'm already doing.
Okay, so then if mom went through the course, if you went through the course, would you be able to listen and go through and see who, based on people's roles, what who would be best to be involved in which assignments?
Yeah. I think so. I know what people are doing.
Well, you do know what people are doing, right?
I thought we were sitting here figuring that out.
No, I mean, look at the roles that people have in the ministry right now. Like, you already know what their roles are. What we're doing is all based on what their roles already are. We're not choosing their role now. Like, everything Kamran signed up for is based on his role. Everything Shanicia signed up for is based on things that she does. And likewise with you. You recognize that, right? So then, why would it depend on if you know, like, based on what we say we're doing, or versus what their role is?
Well, because I don't know who does e-commerce. I don't know who does contacts. I don't know who does blogs. I don't know who does different things.
We don't have any of those things that you listed.
Well, then how am I supposed to know?
And none of those have to do with YouTube either.
Who knows?
I know.
Maybe the blog does. Who knows? I'll do my best. What if I say that
Blog does.
instead?
Okay, your best is always good enough. That's the only thing that I expect of you, Mom. So then what your role will be, you'll be the primary person for YouTube course. You're going to be responsible going through that, communicating with Pastor Smith to get access, and you're going to go through and do every assignment, right?
Every assignment.
Every assignment, not skipping the assignments. But you don't have to do them alone, because we're going to prioritize YouTube growth.
Okay.
And then Catherine and I will be available to talk about content, strategy, and goals, or whatever it looks like, and sometimes recording if we need to. But we'll look at what needs to be done and changes for our YouTube to make it work. This sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you'll do that. That'll be your priority. And then you'll still listen to Myron, I know that. What? No, Mom, that's not Facebook certification, that's funnel building certification.
I didn't say.
You said you like Facebook
Oh, it's funnel building.
certification.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
funnel building.
that was Facebook because that's how I initial Facebook.
Yeah, I get it. I saw.
Oh yeah, I like that too.
Carmon, on a scale from 1 to 10, how big of a priority do you see this being for you? My back hurts really bad.
Is that going through all the training?
Honestly, I don't think you can go through all the training within a year. And it costs $500 a year for you to maintain, like, continued education. You need a little bit more education for you to maintain your certification. It's not one and done. It's like if you're a nurse, you got continued education.
That's good. Keep it up to date on things.
Yeah. They do give you a, what do you call, a golden album, like the 2 Comma Club, but they give you a certification award when you do all of them. But, you know, they recommend starting, like, focusing on one funnel and mastering that. So, what do you do with that information? So based on what I shared with you, what does that mean to how do you process that?
I could focus on, prioritize the ones I also leverage types of funnels to learn about
So like books, challenges, and funnel hubs?
books, funnel hubs. Yeah, challenge would be good.
Okay. That sounds pretty solid. Sounds straightforward. I'd like to get Rebecca access so she can start going through the certification too. So with that being said, let's look at funnel hubs. We have a $500 funnel hub agency course.
Yes.
I was told that a dude went through, I think it's this course. It might be this course or the funnel hub with this thing. When I was signing up, I was at the booth where you buy it, and this lady was like, she's already in the program, like half a year ago, and she said that there's someone who's going through. He said he's been going at it for 3 months, and he just now finished the funnel hub agency. I think it was the funnel hub agency. If not, it was certification for funnel hubs, but it was like connected, something along those lines. It's like 3 months, and he's just now finishing it. So she's like, there's like 20 certifications or 12 or however many there are funnels, and it's just like, so it's not a short process, and it's not. She was saying it's not. You're not going to get done in a year through all of it. So, based on that, if it's like a 3-month ordeal, does that shift anything for you? I think keep in mind too, we're going to be doing this, which like goes together, but it's not always 100% the exact same. This to me sounds a lot more like what you were working on in an implementation workshop. The Funnel Hub agency course with AJ. What's his partner's name?
Mike.
AJ Mike, thank you.
You know?
Yes.
Are you throwing away the ones that run out of the ink?
I don't throw any of them away.
Oh, okay, because I don't know if they're out.
It's good. There's a bunch in there.
Are they empty?
Well, with that course, like even on the webinar thing, they're saying something like you can just focus on whatever it is that you need, like not present.
Okay. Like just in time learning?
Just in time learning, yeah.
Okay.
Like you don't have to go through all of it.
Yeah.
So
That makes sense.
I could do that with that course.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. This is probably going to answer a lot of your questions as far as working with Shireen for her stuff. And he'll give you reasons why she'd want to work with you rather than him. And he'll give you a sales pitch thing you could use for people.
Yeah, they're going to give you slides.
Yeah, the webinar. He's going to give that to you. Slides, yeah. So that's cool. Alright, just want to know where that fits for you. And Shanicia, on a scale from 1 to 10, like, how much would you want to prioritize? Oh, I should probably put on your affiliate center. How much would you want to prioritize the affiliate manager course?
On a scale from 1 to 10?
Yeah.
I'll say about a 5 right now.
Okay. And then, what number would you put the affiliate center as far as like prioritizing it here on Clickfunnels 2.0, the learning curves and stuff for us to do?
What number is it?
Huh?
I'm reading the stuff so I can see what else is there.
Oh.
So it's an attractive character course. I think the photo up is very important.
I think you're reading the wrong things. I'm talking about what number would you put it here? You see my screen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what number? Because we didn't have it.
Oh, okay.
And anyone can answer this too. Mom, I know you have a lot of opinions with the affiliate center too. So the question is, what number would this go here? Because we skipped it.
In e-commerce
I
too?
did
No,
actually go at
e-commerce
like
doesn't have it.
6 or 7. Because once we have our things migrated, like the other ones migrated,
Yeah?
it'll be good to work with the affiliate center.
Okay.
Because the affiliate center, is that going to be kind of like working on the customer center?
What about customer center?
Is it going to be similar to working on the customer center?
In what way?
Because you like with the customer center, you're putting the products on there. And then with the affiliate center, you're putting all of our affiliate products on there.
Who does that?
What about it?
I was just asking if it was going to be a similar process.
I mean, as far as the process, it's the same products, but I think it's a completely different process. That's why they have affiliate manager course, because managing affiliates and creating an affiliate program is definitely a different process than like uploading your info products to a catalog, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Close enough. I got my answer already.
Okay, cool. So putting that number 7 in funnel scripts 8, I like it. Carmen, do you agree with that order? Affiliate Center 7, funnel scripts 8.
What's that about?
The affiliate center?
What's the affiliate center about?
Oh, it's creating the affiliate program for our products.
After follow funnels?
Yeah, after follow-up funnels. Because if we don't have a offer that converts, if we don't have a way, follow-up funnels is like the funnel's not done until we have the email sequence, like a soap opera. And if we don't have an email sequence, why would we be telling affiliates to send it there?
Alrighty.
Okay. So then, Shanice, once we get to 7, then would this course become a 10 of your priority?
You said once we get to the 7th thing?
Yeah. The affiliate center? Then
Yeah, then it might be gradually increasing, but I know once we were working on it, then it'll be a 10 and I'll go through it. But I already have like 2 or 3 other courses that I'm currently wanting to go through, so I can't prioritize it right now.
Okay. So then the only other thing on here is the attractive character. Who's interested in going through that?
Woo!
I know I'm definitely going through it.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
The attractive character course.
Yeah. Alright then. Katharina's probably going to go through that too.
Who's ready for some live events?
Live events, yes. So I think that's everything we want to cover here. It looks like there's not much to prioritize. Mom's going to go through this, and you're going to figure out. You're going to be responsible for doing every assignment, but you're going to be working on your manager skills, your delegation skills, your collaboration skills, your communication skills with a team. As you go through the assignments, you're doing it together with us, and we're going to have some like frequent communication of what's required, what you learn, what happened, and how we're able to implement.
Good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then so you gotta show up for your one-on-ones and send in the answers in advance so that we are able to do this. Yeah. What?
I don't want to make a promise I don't keep.
Why would then make a
I don't wanna
promise?
do that,
You make a
but-
promise and keep it.
No, I don't want to
Huh?
lie. I don't want to lie.
Don't lie. Just say yes and then do it.
I don't want to. I don't want to shake your hand.
We can do it, Mom.
I probably can, but I don't want to shake your hand.
Why would you accept failure?
Well, I'm not accepting it. I'm just not going to shake your hand and then fail. I feel bad about it. Because then I'll want to give up on it and not do it.
Just plan for success.
Yeah, I'll plan for it then.
I think everything else we don't really have to cover because it's all there. Carmen's gonna do this, Mom's gonna do that. We'll all prioritize Myron Golden together, and it looks like a lot of this coaching stuff is necessary. The Nifty, like, I would like somebody's help to kind of study that out, wrap their mind around it, and help me make sense if this is like a good thing for us to do.
That's what my question was going to be. Is that something that I will have to go through, like when doing follow-up funnels?
The Nifty?
Is talk about this? Would that be something that we talk about in emails?
Honestly, if you're doing the follow-up funnels, then the list building secrets course would be better to go through.
List building secrets course. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's that?
That's on Funnelflix.
Okay. Oh, I feel like I started that. Oh, alright.
That's because you did, and you learned a lot that way.
I did. Yeah, I remember it.
Yep. Cool. Are there any last questions before we close?
I think I'm good.
Alright. Who would like to volunteer to pray for us?
Oh,
Thank you, Mom.
dear Lord, there's a lot of work ahead of us, and I know we could do it because you gave it to us to do. And I just pray that we remember to include you and to call upon you when we're struggling. Dear Lord, please help us to do it right and do it the way Jesus would if he was here. Thank you for the opportunities, and help us to help one another and see the benefits of doing what we need to do, and help us to speak in the language that the people most need to hear, and help us to figure out what it is they really want, and help us to figure out how to give them what they need, and still have them happy and coming back for more. We love you, Lord. Thank you for how much we've all grown so far, and how we were able to go through this and figure out what to do next. And help us to stay faithful to our post. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
This is a cool book.
Yeah, it is a cool book. It's a Nifty. Well, cool. Thank you, everybody, for your participation. I appreciate it.
What is the, do you have access to 2.0 already?
Nope, we gotta get it. Kamran, would you like to, or are you glad that you came?
Hold up.
What was that?
Hold up.
Oh, okay. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just asking, when are we going to be able to access it?
Whenever we're able to get a hold of the two people, whenever we figure out that problem and see how we'll be able to add value to them. It's going to be being
How are we
given
gonna
out to
figure it
people.
out?
We got to discuss it, and I think as soon as we stop recording, I want to talk to Kamran about what he's willing to do with funnels, and see, based on his decision, is largely going to influence what we have access to, what we're able to do, what we're not regarding accessing these.